All right, so I'm going to start y'all off on the topic of duty, per usual. That's what I usually preach about. So, Hitler. Beyonce. Lincoln. Stalin. Jesus. So, in what world do we live in where I can say all those names in a row and I expect you to get something from it? In what world do all of these people have something in common? I don't want to hear it. It's the fact that all of you knew who I was talking about by saying one name. And so, automatically, this shows something powerful about names. And with saying all of these names, what words came to mind from hearing that one name? What event came to mind? What did you start feeling after saying one name? Names can be powerful, but it's the associations that we have with those names that make them so powerful. And so, although it is a virtue in and of itself to carry your name well, we represent something bigger than ourselves. So your name means something more than just a representation of what you are. I like to get y'all to turn, if y'all would, to 1 Corinthians 12:12. I'm going to go through 12 through 14, then skip down to 26. It starts off, "For as the body is one and has many members, but all the members of that one body, being many, are one body, so also is Christ. For by one Spirit we were all baptized into one body, whether Jews or Greeks, whether slaves or free, and have all been made to drink into one Spirit. For in fact the body is not one member, but many." Skip down to 26. "And if one member suffers, all the members suffer with it. Or if one member is honored, all the members rejoice with it." Being a part of this body of Christ, that means whatever happens to you, whatever is associated with you, will often translate back into the body of Christ. If one member is honored, that brings honor to Christ's body, to the idea of Christianity. And if you suffer, the body of Christ suffers as well. And I'm going to translate that more into a suffering of a name, a dishonoring of a name. Have any of y'all seen Mulan? Yes. So love it. One of my favorite Disney movies. And you can tell by really one of the first scenes, not first scenes, but within the first 10 minutes, it is very clearly established that honor is a big deal in the Chinese culture. And that's true not just in the movie, but in real life. And that's also true of Japanese culture. And the thing that you can see from Mulan, being dishonored, I hope I'm not spoiling the movie for any of y'all, but Mulan is dishonored in the beginning of the movie. And not only does that bring dishonor to herself, that brings dishonor to her family name. And so the dishonor of one person brought dishonor to her entire family. That's not really something that they could change. But that is later revealed not to be true. But people will associate you with Christ when you claim that you are a Christian. And for those who don't believe what they believe, or people who are early in their faith, when they look at you, what are they going to see? They are going to see, one, that person is Christian. You are Christian. But what happens if they see you being a jerk, slacking off when you should be working hard? People will say, that person, you're Christian, but you act like this. I don't want to be a part of that, because obviously that's not doing anything good for you. That's not making you a good person. But on the flip side, of course, it's not just on being bad. When people look at you and say, you are Christian, but hey, you are the person who I always see making everyone laugh. I see you, and you're always the person to be helping someone in need. When they look at you, they will see, you are a Christian. I want to be a part of that. And there's just this responsibility, with great power comes great responsibility, of having this association with Christ. And this also comes not only with what you succeed in doing and succeeding in being kind and gracious, but it's also on what you overcome. People can look at your past and maybe even look at your present and see they are overcoming, that despite their circumstances, they have overcome. I want to be like that. And so we have to carry our names with the understanding that what we represent, our name doesn't simply represent who we are, but it also represents Christ. And what people see about you, they will see about Christ. So that is your duty to carry not only your name well, but carry the name of Christ well, carry the title of Christian well. And this by no means is a push for you to do whatever you think people will think is cool, do anything to make people like you. But because ultimately you have to do what's right. And when you do what's right, those who care to see the truth are going to see it, are going to see that in the depths of despair, you remain happy, that when you could have acted badly in one way, slacked off in one way, they saw you working hard. So carry your name well. You carry not just your name, you carry the name of Christ.